Tokyo, Japan, October 2025. Marc Marquez has known the highest peaks and the lowest valleys of MotoGP, but honestly, nothing in his glittering career has felt quite like this. On Sunday at Motegi, with tears welling up behind his visor, the Spaniard secured his 7th Premier Class World Championship and, yeah, maybe the most emotional of them all. Even before the checkered flag waved, Marquez admitted he was overwhelmed. Riding just behind his Ducati teammate and race winner Francesco Bagnaia, Marquez found himself in tears on the final lap. "I couldn't control the emotions today," he confessed. "On the last lap, I was crying inside the helmet. It was even hard to see the braking points."
Welcome to GP Time. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
No Premier Class rider since the championship's inception in 1949 has waited longer between titles than Marquez. His career has been defined by two extremes: breathtaking dominance and unimaginable suffering. Bursting onto the scene in 2010, Marquez won titles at an astonishing pace. By 2013, he had already rewritten history, becoming the first rookie world champion since Kenny Roberts in 1978 and the youngest ever at just 20 years and 266 days. What followed was a golden era: 6 MotoGP titles in 7 years with Repsol Honda, capped by a crushing 2019 season. But, 2020 changed everything. A disastrous crash at Jerez led to a broken arm, multiple complications, and a premature comeback attempt that only made things worse. Over the next 4 years, Marquez endured 4 surgeries, recurring bone fractures, and even bouts of double vision. For a rider once considered invincible, it was a brutal reminder of human limits. 6 years ago, I didn't know what real suffering was, Marquez reflected. My career had been all about success. Of course, I had some injuries, but they were always 3 months, 4 months, and then I came back to winning. But 4 years, 4 surgeries on the arm, other fractures, and double vision twice. It was very, very tough. At the end of the day, we're all human. I have talent, but so do many others. We just try to do our best. By 2023, Marquez knew he had to make a change. He left Honda, where he had built his dynasty, to gamble on himself. In 2024, he rode a year-old Ducati with Gresini, essentially for free. The decision shocked the paddock, but it reignited his career. That bold move impressed Ducati so much that the factory chose him over reigning champion Jorge Martin for the factory seat in 2025 alongside Bagnaia. It was a gamble that paid off, spectacularly. Now at 32, Marquez is not only the youngest MotoGP champion in history, but also the oldest in the modern era. His career arc has gone from prodigy to veteran warrior, embodying resilience as much as raw speed. This 2025 season has been, well, a real masterpiece. With 11 victories and 17 Grands Prix and 14 sprint wins, Marquez has dominated like the Marquez of old. And with 5 rounds still remaining, he even has a shot at breaking his own all-time record of 13 wins in a single season, set back in 2014. Yet, even as he basks in all that glory, his fire hasn't dimmed one bit. "I feel calm with myself now. Everything is completed, but I still have the same ambition," Marquez declared, underlining his intention to fight for even more before his current Ducati contract ends in 2026. This championship, well, it may not be Marc's alone. His younger brother Alex Marquez is still in the hunt for second place overall, currently battling race winner Bagnaia. The possibility of a family 1-2 in the world standings is very much alive, adding yet another layer to the Marquez dynasty story. Bagnaia, who trails Alex by 66 points with 185 still available, will give everything he's got to deny that outcome. But whether it's a Marquez family celebration or not, history has already been made. For fans, this title feels like more than just a number on a record sheet. It really symbolizes resilience, reinvention, and redemption. Marquez's path from untouchable champion to shattered bones and broken dreams, and back again to the top, is one of the most remarkable arcs in MotoGP history. As the Motegi crowd roared and the number 93 raised his arms in triumph, there was no mistaking it. This wasn't just another championship. For Marc Marquez, this was the championship that proved he could overcome everything. So, what do you think? Is this Marc Marquez's greatest achievement yet? Or do you believe his story still has more chapters left to be written? Motegi, Japan, October 2025. Marc Marquez's emotional 7th World Championship at the Japanese Grand Prix has been celebrated worldwide, but inside the Ducati camp, there's a clear message. This triumph belongs as much to the Bologna factory as it does to the legendary Spaniard. Mauro Grassilli, Ducati's sporting director, was among the first to put the title into perspective. To him, Marquez's 2025 campaign, a season of sheer dominance with 11 Grand Prix victories and 14 sprint wins from 17 rounds, is not just a Marquez story, but a Ducati story. "I think this was Marc's best season ever," Grassilli told reporters. "Seeing him on the red bike was like watching a superhero. For me, it's the best version of Marc we've ever seen." Ironically, Ducati wasn't actually all that enthusiastic about signing Marquez at first. When rumors started swirling back in 2023 that he might jump ship to Gresini, some folks inside Borgo Panigale really resisted the idea. Concerns ranged from Marquez's injury record to the potential disruption his larger-than-life presence might bring to a team that was already carefully balancing multiple star riders. But Marquez's performances on the year-old Desmosedici, well, they silenced those doubts. By mid-2024, it was clear Ducati just couldn't afford not to have him. The factory shifted its stance, and the door to the official red bike opened wide. Grassilli admitted that hesitation. "At the beginning, yes, we were not convinced, but he proved what he could do, and everything changed. We knew we had to make room for him." Marquez's 2025 title has sparked a pretty heated debate among fans and pundits. Did Marquez make Ducati, or did Ducati make Marquez? For Ducati's leadership, the answer is simple. Marquez's talent may be undeniable, but without the power of the Desmosedici, his career might have stalled out for good after his Honda struggles. For Marquez himself, though, the narrative is a lot more personal. He's talked about survival, reinvention, and rediscovering himself as a rider. Some folks say this championship was Marquez proving he could adapt and fight back. Others argue it was Ducati proving their machine really makes the difference. The truth, well, it probably lies somewhere in between. What's certain is that MotoGP 2025 will be remembered not just as the year Marquez reclaimed glory, but also as the year Ducati cemented its place as the sport's most powerful force. So, what do you think? Was Marc Marquez's 2025 title more about his legendary talent and resilience, or was it truly impossible without Ducati's red rocket beneath him?